The weekend didn't go down well, at least between the Twitter enthusiasts from India and Maldives who have been cancelling on each other, sort of. We saw how a comment made by Deputy Minister in President Muizu's government had commented very distastefully against India, against Indians' way of living, and also against Prime Minister Modi. She was supported by few of the influential Twitter personalities in Maldives, and very soon we saw entire Indian Twitter or social media platform being stormed by celebrities, influential people from sports, from politics, all condemning those statements, and it became sort of cancelling on Maldives. When we have now seen that some of the travel agencies have also started cancelling bookings for Maldives. But on Monday morning, the first thing Maldivian ambassador in Delhi was doing was visiting External Affairs Ministry, and he was summoned, and it had a background of Deputy Minister of Maldives commenting such distastefully and arrogantly against India and its leadership. We all know that India has been one of the first responder to any emergency or crisis situation in Maldives. We have seen that happening during 2014's water crisis when Indian government sent an entire aircraft filled with clean and potable water for Maldivians. We have seen how during the COVID period, Maldives was one of the first country which became part of India's vaccine mastery program, because Prime Minister Modi has said that neighborhood first policy is the priority of the government, and the entire neighborhood successfully got Indian vaccines through the vaccine mastery project. We have seen dozens of Maldivian students and scholars coming to India for studying, and that has been a very cordial and harmonious relationship between India and Maldives. However, there has been a very small faction in Maldives which has been against India. They have been campaigning against India and calling for Drive India Out movement also. Unfortunately, some of these people are part of now the current dispensation led by President Muizu, who may not be having such an anti-India view, but of course he is supported by a faction which has a very strong anti-India sentiment. And these ministers who have now been apparently suspended from the government, they are commenting the reflection of what their ideology has been, how they have been against India. We have seen President Muizu and Prime Minister Modi also having a small meeting during COP meeting in Saudi, and he was told, it was said that during the meeting, President Muizu did discuss about Indian government taking out all its Navy personnel and security personnel from the island nation. We know that India has given some of the Navy vessels and emergency helicopters to Maldivian government, which is supported and operated by Indian crew members, and that is used for most of the emergency cases, most of the medical assistance cases. We know that Maldives has been a very island nation where all the smaller islands are disconnected and there is a waterways only, and to reach from one place to another, you, especially in cases of urgency, you need some sort of aerial air operation, and for that Indian Navy personnel have been placed there. India has also been a net security provider, net assistance provider in the region, but in the recent past we have seen some of the political divide happening in Maldivian society, which is some of them are pro-India, and there has been a tilt towards China as well. Right now, President Muizu with his wife is on a visit to China. This is his second foreign visit after becoming president. The first was, of course, Turkey, and the second is now becoming China, where he's being honored as a state guest, and he's going to spend there 3-4 days, where of course the Chinese government and Maldivian government will have a lot of dealings, a lot of assistance grants coming from China. The Chinese government had many infrastructural projects in Maldives, which was considered to be a white elephant, and the last government led by President Ibrahim Soli had said that he will review many of those projects which have become kind of debt trap for Maldives, which are not necessary, and they are just being pushed to Maldives in order to have them burdened with a lot of debt coming from China. So that was a debt tactics also which the last Maldivian government tried to push out. But now the latest is that the new government led by President Muizu is again going back to the Chinese policy and Chinese support, and the commentary that had created a storm on social media that has a fall act on the diplomatic relationship as well. We saw that Maldivian High Commissioner is being summoned by the Minister of External Affairs today. These are all in the aftermath of very derogatory and distasteful comment coming from one of the deputy minister and supported by many Twitter personality or social media personality from Maldives.